So if you're looking to scale your e-commerce brand, there's only 3 ways you can actually do it, and one of them is product. I'm here at one of the factories at Cure Skincare, brand that we built from 0 to 50 mil in about 3 years. And in this video, I'm going to show you a training on how to grow and scale your e-commerce brand via these 3 strategies. So make sure you watch this till the end, because this one is a banger. Ecomm family, welcome to this module. This one's called the Growth Engine Triangle. Now there is 3 ways, there are only 3 ways you can actually grow your brand. I'm not talking about like just scaling vertically, I'm talking about actually growing your brand. There's only 3 ways. And I've made this mistake where I pursued all 3 at the same time, which you shouldn't do. And I'm hoping that this lesson you can learn from some of my mistakes and you can be more selective about how to grow your brand. So when we go to grow our brand, there's 3 main ways we can do it, right? You can either do it by channel. Now, this is what a lot of people do, a lot of e-com founders I see do. They do it way too early. They see some success on Facebook, and they go, okay, let's go to TikTok, let's go to Pinterest, Snapchat, whatever. But unless you have exhausted all the resources in terms of Facebook, and you're spending, I don't know, at least 20, 30K a day, you probably shouldn't go anywhere else for your brand. Because the moment you start diversifying different channels, you lose focus, and you're applying the limited resources you have against multiple options now, and you become more inefficient. We did this early on where we had some success on Facebook, then we started venturing out to try and make TikTok work, then we try and make Pinterest work and Snapchat, and then ultimately, and also we started YouTube ads, and ultimately it just diluted our ability to make Facebook work properly, right? Because sure, if you're looking to, if you're copying the same ads and testing other channels and see what happens, I'm okay with that. But in order to crack those other channels properly, probably need to make content-specific creatives for that. For example, YouTube, is obviously very specific. TikTok is very specific, and a lot of the content just doesn't translate. And I have a problem with a lot of brand owners that start to try and scale multiple channels when they haven't scaled one properly. But anyway, that's the first way you can actually grow your brand, by scaling channels. So once you think you have sufficiently hit sort of like a ceiling with Facebook, or you've got it down pat and you've got the team there, now you can apply and hire new resources to not take away from Facebook, but apply new resources to crack another channel. That's when I'm okay with that. As an example, if we wanted to try Taboola, we tried Taboola for Cure, like natives, but where we did it, we hired a full service agency to try and crack it for us, so it didn't affect our current operations of our current team. And that's the way I want to see you guys do it if you're looking to grow channels. Now, the second part of the triangle is markets. Now, we also did this probably slightly too early. It was expanding your markets, but once again, it's a matter of resource. Okay, so if you're looking to go into new markets, see how you can do it in the most efficient, low resource way. If you're shipping from the US, as an example, as your 3PL, now you want to sell into Europe and Australia and Canada and whatever, but all you're doing is replicating the same Facebook ads, using the same warehouse, then that's cool, right? The problem is when people will try and then open up a new warehouse in a new location, potentially try and localize ads, and try and open up a whole new market when they haven't still first nailed their existing market. And I speak to, I think, a lot of even European brands that come on board, and they're doing maybe 100, 200K a month, they're talking about the US. It's like, try and build the system, build the frameworks, the team, and everything else to do 3, 4, 500, depending on how small maybe the country is in Europe, and then look to go to the US. Because opening up a new market creates a lot of new complexities in the business, and I see this time and time again. I'm going to hit this narrative home. You have limited resources, your time, energy, and attention. Your team has limited resources, time, energy, attention. And as soon as you think that shiny object syndrome comes into play and you want to go to the US, and you want to go to different markets or go into Europe, that is going to take time, energy away from your current market that's actually working, that's providing you profits. And I've seen a lot of other brands do this, and then they become more inefficient and they make less money trying to do it. But if you're trying to grow and you have the right infrastructure, you have the right resources, and you want to grow your brand, new markets is a great way to go into untap new markets and get incremental growth. I'll give you an example. We've done it for Cure. So recently we tested different markets, right? With just a landing page. We just did our best performing landing page, localized it, got some ads, localized it, but it wasn't the whole experience with retention and everything else. Once we saw the best response from a couple of different countries, then we went to go localize those countries. I hired a completely new team They could learn from our existing team, but they cannot use the resources from our existing team to open the new market. We have to hire a whole new team. Because once again, I don't want to take away from what we're doing, because if I do that, then that's going to shoot myself in the foot and I'm going to stunt growth. Now, the last one is product. So product is a way that we have grown rapidly, and I think a lot of you guys can as well. But I wouldn't introduce new products until you're doing maybe $500,000 to $1 million a month at least, because the same philosophy applies. You want to be focused on acquiring customers with your hero product to at least $500,000, I think, a month before you introduce new products. New products, and once again, introduce complexity. Like, depending if they're acquisition products, and sorry, I should probably segment them. You have acquisition products, and then you have retention products. If it's a retention product that lays on the website and you're trying to sell them by email and there's no marketing, that's fine. But when I look at different products and looking to grow your business, you want to look at retention products and you want to look at acquisition products. So with Cure, we introduced some retention products like our serum and stuff. That was just their sell by email, upsells and stuff like that. But we didn't introduce any really acquisition products till we hit millions and millions of dollars in sales. Because why? If you introduce a new acquisition product, then who's going to create creatives for it? Who's doing the media buying for it, right? Who's going to do the promotions for it? The existing team members won't have the time and energy to do that. And a lot of that comes down to creative strategy. At the moment, in the early days for QR, we had one creative strategist and we had multiple products, acquisition products. I had to make a bet as to which one we're going to back. I can't have her doing both. Let's back one product, let's nail that, and then we can get other creative strategists on board to do other products. Because I need the team to be tunnel visioned and focused on a specific outcome. And at the moment I spread them too wide, inefficiency happens, quality drops, and overall you make less money. So product is a great way to actually grow your business, but be strategic about it. Implement it at different stages when you think you can resource-wise, actually do it efficiently. Introduce retention products maybe a bit earlier, and then new acquisition products once you maybe get to $10 million. That's when maybe you should go and start adding some new acquisition products. But retention products, low lift, low effort, that's fine. Now, how do you approach, what you're going to do, channel, markets, or products first? I guess use the ICE framework. And just a reminder for everyone, the ICE framework is the impact, measure the impact, is impact, confidence, I almost forgot it for a second. So you measure the impact, give it a score out of, let's say, 10. Give each one of these an impact score, give each one of these a confidence score and an E score. And that's how you can try and narrow down as to where you're going to put your efforts into. Cool, so I hope that helped. If you have any questions for me around this, please ask me. But I know each case is going to be very different. Each business is going to be very different. So I'm trying to give you the principles here so you can apply it to your business. And I'm trying to give you context as to how to think through different mental models of what you should do when and some of the things to watch out for. And I hope you can apply this effectively to your business, and look forward to seeing results.